Okay, so the last video got a big response, and so I thought that I would take on another comment in from the comment section. And so this one comes from Paulo Gutemberg, and he writes, "One day waiting for the opportunity for independent screenwriters to send their projects. Thanks." So I just wanted to talk about, there's been a couple people that have posted, "I'm an independent screenwriter and I can't wait for you to adapt my screenplay into a comic book." So that's not of interest, and here's why. So imagine, I've actually produced 2 films. One is Two Guns with Mark Wahlberg and Denzel Washington back in 2012, and we've got a movie coming out at the end of October called The Empty Man that's coming out from 20th Century Studios division of Disney. So imagine you walk onto a movie set and there's 30 to 150 crew members that are working. And as a producer, you walk in and you say, "Hey guys, I don't really care about what happens today, the directing or the acting, because I'm getting a comic book out of this. So you can do whatever you want. I don't really care about what the movie does." Now, imagine how dispiriting that would be to the people that are working on the movie that day. And when you're taking an unproduced screenplay and you're going to turn it into a comic book, you really, at the end of the day, are seeing the comic book as a vehicle and a means to be able to make your movie. And I think that that doesn't respect the comic book medium. You need to make great comics. And if you make great comics, Hollywood has a tendency to translate them into movies and TV shows. And that's something that I have experienced and enjoyed and appreciate and am thankful for and grateful for. But we don't want to use comic books as a tool to get an unproduced project made and use it as a stepping stone to do something else. I mean, it's like, I'm talking to you because I just really want to date your sister. I'm not really interested in having a relationship with you. I'm just using you for my own ends, for my own agenda to get somewhere else. So what I thought was particularly interesting with Paulo is I went to his profile and I looked, and Paulo is actually a comic book writer and a talented one. Paulo has this really cool project called Blue Ghost. There's a link that's in Paulo's profile, and if you click on it, it'll take you to Tapas, which is a great company that hosts webcomics, and you can read Blue Ghost for free. So the irony was that this sort of inquiry about an unproduced screenplay came from a comic book writer. So look, if you are writing comic books, I love that. I think that's absolutely terrific. I want to encourage writing of all kinds. If you're writing independent screenplays, great. I would suggest you pursue the screenplay process as a screenwriter. You know, it's very hard to be successful as a writer. It's hard to be successful as a novelist. It's hard to be successful as a screenwriter or a comic book writer. It takes 10,000 hours if you know that rule. I suggest you Google it if you're unfamiliar with it. 10,000 hours. It takes 10,000 hours to get great at anything. And it takes 10,000 hours for a screenwriter to become great at what they do. And it takes that amount of time for a comic book writer to become that great at what they do. Being that great at both is extremely difficult. I can't even imagine the 20,000 hours, or maybe it takes 30 or something. I don't know. There's very few of them that are able to do it. We've had a few. But the punchline is, Paulo, thank you for asking the question. I hope some people go check out your comic book. I love Tapas, so I think that's a terrific platform. I'm hoping you're getting a lot of traction with it. I appreciate you asking the question, and I hope this makes sense of why Boom is not interested in taking unproduced screenplays and turning them into comics. So thanks a lot.